Well, it's not a question of narrowly saying we, as the SACP, as an organization, we are better off. What guides us is what are the priorities for the country. We took a resolution, which we haven't changed, we couldn't change it here, to say that we think that the unity of the tripartite alliance still remains paramount. In other words, Vuyo, the party's approach is that we must unite all those forces that have got an interest in strengthening and deepening our democracy and addressing poverty, inequality and unemployment genuinely. At the core of that is the alliance. So we are of the view, in terms of our own assessment, we still need that alliance which is headed by the African National Congress. Therefore, we were reaffirming that here and then saying, preferably also would like to contest the elections as the SACP under a single electoral list that is led by the African National Congress.
But you've been disappointed many a times before, and you have complained about it. Has there been an improvement?
Well, what we have said now, coming out of the Special National Congress, is that we committed to single electoral lists led by the ANC. But we want the alliance to be reconfigured. And we are noting, by the way, and welcoming the progress of a document that has been produced, in principle committing to reconfiguration of the alliance, subject to further discussion by the lower structures of the alliance. But what is different also this time, we are saying, where we have got imposed candidates, corrupt candidates that are unacceptable to the alliance and unacceptable to the community, we are not going to support those candidates that are imposed on us, by factions, for instance, say inside the African National Congress. And then where that happens, we are saying to our structures, they must report back to the Central Committee, and then the Central Committee will decide whether we go and engage to solve those problems or we contest separately.
Well, to paraphrase something that the Secretary General of the ANC said this week at a media briefing, the fact of the matter, or the bottom line, is that the ANC is an independent organization. It will never be COSATU. It will never be the South African Communist Party. As long as that principle is well understood by allies, then there is room for conversations and cooperation.
Yes, we do agree. We independent organization, but we are bound together by the struggle that we are pursuing. And we are bound together also by commitment to collectively wage that struggle to make the lives of our people to be better. Then that is why that necessitates coordination and consultation when we actually act as an alliance, which is what this framework document is committing us to do. And therefore, if we are to do those things properly, no alliance partner then must come and impose candidates that are unwanted or unpopular on the other. That's not our first choice, but where that happens, we are not going to hesitate. We are going to contest separately, and that does not mean that we would not be committed to the alliance, but we will do that on a case-by-case basis rather than as a blanket thing, because our preference is still maintaining united, democratically arrived at, and in a consultative way, candidates who must stand for elections.